We just got done unboxing the Nest Thermostat, and now we're going to do an install. Already shut off the furnace. There's a switch, it looks like an outlet switch, right next to your current furnace. Flip that off. If you want to be extra safe, you can also flip off the circuit breaker. So I think we're all safe now, and we can start the removal of the old thermostat. So I keep it hidden behind this lovely piece of artwork by Miss Emily Rutledge. There's our thermostat and humidifier. So the only thing cool about this Honeywell is it's got a 1990s Indiglo glow to it. But really besides that, that's it. So it's just kind of a cheap plastic case, and the programmable action to it never really worked that well. So let's go ahead and take it apart. I'm going to use my fabulous Nest screwdriver, and I love this thing. It's got all these extra little bits inside. It's going to be great to use. I'm probably going to keep this thing in a toolbox and use it all the time. Alright. Let's go ahead and remove Mr. Honeywell here. I have my favorite Nest screwdriver again, and we're just going to remove the wires from the old Honeywell thermostat. So you just loosen these up. It's kind of nice. On the Nest, it's spring-loaded like speaker wire, and on the Honeywell, it's actually screwed in with these really tiny Phillips head screws. So I'm just going to pop the wires up and out. 3, simple as that. 4, so it's just red, white, yellow, green, and that'll go right into the Nest. I'm going to switch bits right now and remove that Honeywell backing plate. So this is a slotted bit, which is the wrong size for these screws, but I'm determined to use this Nest screwdriver for the entire dismantle and install. So this Honeywell thermostat was manufactured in 2009, so I suppose I've gotten a few good years use out of it. I'm really excited to use the Nest though when it starts learning and programming, and the fact that I can control it from my iPhone or iPad. I never thought that'd be so important, but I figure when you're laying in bed at night, the last thing you want to do is get up and change the thermostat. So I'm going to pull the old plate off. This is a pretty ugly box, so I am going to have to do some cleanup here. We'll do another video on how the final install looks. I just want to get the Nest up and running for this evening. So my plan is to fix the drywall here, remove the humidity control and reroute that somewhere else, and get rid of that drywall screw. So we've just installed the steel backing plate, and this mounts up to the junction box. We're just doing a quick takeaway on that because it's really boring watching me screw the long screws into the wall. This is going to be the plate that's going to look the best on here because it's going to cover up all the old paint marks and stuff. So what we're going to do is put this through, pull the wires cleanly through it, and then it's going to line up a little bit like that. Next thing I'm going to do is feed the wires through the Nest mounting block and click it into place on that trim plate. And then you're supposed to take the long machine screws and screw through the mounting plate and the trim plate to that metal backing plate. So I hope these are long enough. Oh, and they appear to be long enough. Another fine job, Nest. Another fine job. And the screwdriver is working phenomenally well. So I am looking at the Nest bubble level at the same time to make sure that's all lined up. Looks like we did a good job putting that steel plate on because that bubble is right in the very center. So we either got lucky or I'm incredibly good. I'm not sure which. So let me finish tightening this up. Then we'll attach the wires, attach the Nest, and see how it works. Okay, now we're going to attach the wires to the Nest. Like I said before, it's spring-loaded clips. I'm going to go with the red hot wire first, because that's the top one. You just pull it back with your thumb, stick the wire in. Much easier than the last one where we had all the screws to remove. White wire, pull it back, pop it in. Yellow wire, pull it back, pop it in. And green wire, pull it back, pop it in. What a nice, neat installation. That was really, really quick to do. So next part, I'm super excited. We're going to take the Nest itself and hook it up. So all we have to do is line it up, plug it in, and we are ready to go. I'm going to go flip the power switch to the furnace back on, and then hopefully this will light up and work. We're about to see. All right, the Nest is installed. I just flipped the switch to the power for the furnace, and it lit up right away. So that's a good sign. That tells me we connected it correctly. So what I'm going to test now, and it's actually getting pretty hot in here. We got to get the air conditioning going, so I would like to do this as quickly as possible. But to see if this is true to Apple style, whether or not it's very intuitive to use. So I've read none of the instructions, and I'm just going to see if I can first set the internet connection up and get the Wi-Fi going on it. Connect to internet. I'm going to click connect. All right, this is pretty cool. It's actually picking up all the hotspots in the building. And now I am going to put in the code that's connected to the network. Press to continue. Checking for Nest update. Your Nest is up to date. It should be. I just ordered it the other day. All right, heating and cooling. On that, detected equipment, correct. That's really cool. Those are all the wires that we just hooked up. Continue. Installed heating, cooling, and fan, correct. What type of heating do you have? It's gas, forced air. Nice. My location, whoop. Location in the good old US of A. Zip code. Back, it is a home. More than one of thermostat? No. Pretty small place? No. Name your thermostat. I'm just going to keep it Nest. And the temperature, this is where it's pretty cool. So right now we're going to go with cooling. Lowest temperature when I'm away, 70. And now Nest will start learning my preferences. The knob is actually pretty sensitive. Finish. And I want to cool it down to 72. And the air conditioner fired up immediately. That's pretty good. Whenever I would bump the Honeywell temperature, there was actually a pretty good delay before the cooling would start. So the air conditioner is running immediately. The display is pretty amazing. I've got to say, it's still kind of that indigo blue. I think when you go to heat, it actually turns red. But I'm pretty impressed with this so far. You may make a case that I'm easily impressed, but this thing is awesome. Best thermostat out there for the money right now.
Here we come, driving down, deep